Well, Rocket League, you did it. You slide dogs, you pulled a big fish. Ford. Not only that, you're charging $15 for a virtual car. Damn it, fine. Well guys, the Ford F-150 Rocket League Edition is finally here. They teased it a week before its arrival, and here we are. For this video, we will be showcasing the truck. We'll be giving you my first impressions of how the vehicle is, the hitbox it has, and maybe a little gameplay, and finally my ranking for how I personally feel about the car, and in this very special case, whether you guys should be spending your cold hard credits to get it. But before we get into all of that, let's check into the item store to see how you guys can get that. Alright guys, for you guys to get this truck, you're going to want to go into the item shop. On the top tab, you're going to run into, where it says starter pack, Jaeger, free item. Right there, you'll see the Ford F-150 bundle. You just click on that and there you have it. It's going to, for you guys, it'll show 1500 credits. I already own it, so that's why it says owned in the bottom. But you get a couple of nice things. Overall, I think the car is nice. Let's get into the actual impressions for that. Before we get into the video guys, I just noticed that a lot of you guys don't like me. At 56.3% of you guys are not subscribed and still watching my videos. That hurts a little bit. The subscription is free, the liking of the videos is free. If you guys can really help me out and do that, I'm trying to get this unique content out for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. Thanks. Alright guys, here we are with the first impressions on the new Ford F-150. If I remember, this is the first, I guess, branded car that came out for Rocket League. There were other cars that we know were like the Nissan Skyline and things like that, but it wasn't branded like it is right here with Ford. It says right there Ford, and in the rear F-150. So this car is definitely a marketing thing. I like the idea that they're doing this kind of stuff. The price may be a little steep for some of you guys, but I ended up paying for it, and I do like it just because it is a limited time car. It's not going to be here forever. So I'm super excited to have this car, especially when it disappears. That being said, here we go looking at the first impressions. I like the design of it. The F-150 was never a bad looking car. Ported into Rocket League, I think they did a good job. It kind of keeps the headlights, the style of how it is. It's super nice. It looks really big when you're just sitting here in the garage, or I guess in the main lobby. But when you compare it next to an Octane or another car, it's actually not that big, so it's pretty deceptive. I do like that the wheels get like blown up to match the truck style, so I'm using the black sterns. Super nice. Overall, I don't like the yellow lights that are here. You know, I don't know what's the point of them. Not a big fan of it. And as for everything else, I think it's super good. Built tough. You know, the logos are building here. But again, I like the car overall. Let's actually jump into the hitbox and see how we feel, and see how that looks actually, sorry. Alright guys, here we are with the F-150 hitbox. As you can see, this car does not in any way, shape, or form fit the hitbox it's supposed to have. It's supposed to have the Octane hitbox, and let me tell you, it's not. It just doesn't look like it's supposed to be here. You can see that the car is way too long for the box. Just protrude. We got so much real estate over here in the front, even more real estate in the back, a little bit of real estate in the top. It's trying to fit something that's not supposed to happen. I mean, a pickup in general is pretty long and tall to begin with, but then to fit that in a preset hitbox is gonna suck. I mean, if they tried putting in the Merc, maybe it would have done well, but the Merc is a lot shorter. So I mean, they tried. As we can see, it's not the best. Looking from the back view, you can see that these corners won't meet. It looks like it's just counterintuitive. Same thing for the front. And then looking from the top, you see all that real estate right here. Same thing for the front. This part back here, I'll show it on screen. It's gonna be clipping through the ball. So that kind of sucks. I mean, you think it would hit the ball, but that part of the car is not really doing anything. Same thing for the front. You won't notice it too much in the front, but for sure in the back, you might see it here or there. Looking at the sides, there's still a little bit of space, so it's not the worst thing possible. It is, at the end of the day, an Octane hitbox, so if you're used to it, then it'll probably react the same, but you might just be caught off guard just by how long the car is and how it really doesn't hit the way you think it will. Whether that's going to translate to a bad car or a good car, we're about to find out in the gameplay coming up. Well, guys, contradicting what I said about the whole hitbox and how the car might not be good and this and that, the car was actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I took a little bit of time to get used to it because it was a little bit longer than I was anticipating, and it wasn't actually that long compared to the hitbox. So for me to get used to it did take a little bit, but after I did, like, it just felt good. Having the wheels so spaced out, I don't know, it just made it feel like a totally different car, even though it has the same hitbox as the Octane and the Fennec that I use very regularly. It just felt like a different car. I felt like I could even hit wave dashes a little bit better. The car was just there. The airling was a little bit awkward because it was so long, and then I feel like I was probably not where I wanted to be. But other than that, I mean, the car just performed. I felt like it was a good car, even though it had its flaws in the hitbox, and even though it didn't make sense in any way, shape, or form. It just, maybe it's my perception of it. Maybe because I like the design of the car, I enjoy it. I think that's a common theme. But at the end of the day, I think the car did great. I have nothing wrong with it to say, to be honest. On paper, it looks a little wonky, but in practice, I found it very nice and very fun to use. Whether or not you guys should get this car is another story. Let's actually get into that real quick. Getting into the ranking of this car, I've only ever done two of the cars, the X-Level and the Breakout. I do like using the Ford F-150 more than the X-Level. That's 100% for sure. The Breakout, in terms of fun to play, I did enjoy the F-150 more. In terms of like softer touch and more precision, the Breakout is a lot better. But again, with the Octane hitbox, it does have more power in the air and all of that, so I gotta put the F-150 on the top. To answer the question of whether it's worth it, whether you guys should spend the 1,500 credits to get it, which I think roughly translates to $15, that's up to you. I mean, if you're the kind of person who likes to have a limited time car, then go for it. If you're the kind of person who just wants to collect them all, even better. If you're just somebody who just won't even use the car, then it's probably a hard pass. You won't miss out on much. But at the end of the day, it is a car that is not going to come back. So you may or may not regret it. I personally got it. It's one of the nicer cars I enjoy driving. I don't know if I'll ever main it or make it my own car, but it'll be nice to have to pop in every now and then. Well, there you have it, guys. That is the Ford F-150 Rocket League Edition. Super nice that they added these kind of things to the game. It really adds a nice little spice to it, whether some people would like to use the car or not. Personally, I do like the car. I hope the video helped you guys, not only in an informed way of telling you guys how the hitbox works, but maybe with you guys to see if you guys like the car or not. Personally, I bought it obviously for not only for the video, but because I do end up liking it. Let me know in the comment section whether this video helped you guys either get the car or not get the car. Let me know why or why not. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It will really help me out, and have a good day, guys.